Shalom, greetings, and welcome back to another episode here, Israelite Talk TV, where you get the raw, the real, and the unadulterated truth 24/7. Now, this morning, family, we got none other than Mr. Boosie back in the headlines again, right? And he's trending right now behind a tweet that he just put out about 6 hours ago, okay, in response to Gabrielle Union, okay? You got to understand, they watching what's going on over here at Israelite Talk TV. So make sure that you guys are hitting those like buttons, getting this stuff out to the major platforms. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and make sure that you are turn on all your notifications so that you get the notifications whenever I'm dropping this file. Okay. Now let me just get right into it, right? So there's a video that resurfaced, I guess about 2 years ago. I believe it was 2 years ago, about a interview that Gabrielle Union was doing, I guess, on another podcast. I don't know what that lady name is, but she ought to be ashamed of herself too, man. But anyway, Boosie would go on to respond last night and made a statement, and I want to go through that. But let me just say this before I get into the statement. To Gabrielle Union and to all the other platforms and people that's coming out and saying all this other stuff, the thing that you got to understand is, as I taught you in the message that I did just a couple days ago, the Most High has already judged on this. So all of this stuff about, that's somebody else's wife and that's, man, they need to be taken out back somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff is abominable, and the stuff that they're delving into is punishable by death according to the words and the commandments of the Most High. And so while Gabrielle Union running that lip, what she need to go look at is Leviticus 20, verse 13, because it tells you that if man lie with another man as he lied with the woman, it's an abomination. And it's abomination that was worthy of death, okay, back in the days of the old kingdom, okay? So the Father has already spoke on this. This ain't even enough for debate. Forget how people feel and, well, I feel like this. And if he feel like this, and if it's his truth, how can it be, how can this be their son's truth? And first off, that ain't even her son. She can't even have kids. You know what I'm saying? So how can this be their son's truth when the Father has already judged on this and he is the creator? You know what I'm saying? So while she's running around and talking about, oh, well, Boosie must have D on his mind, then you basically saying that the Father must have D on his mind too, because he already done judged and said that it's abominable. So what are you saying? This stuff ain't even enough of debate. Forget what people talking about that's trying to side with that madness. This is nothing more than a ploy designed by you know who, in order to corrupt our people, to slow down the birth rate of Israelites in this nation by all means necessary. Okay. And this is why we got to call this stuff out. But let's get into the tweet. Okay. And this is what Boosie had to say in response. He says, LOL, the whole world know I love women, and the world know your husband loves the D. Okay. And I'm going to censor that a little bit. So basically, and let's break this stuff down, what Boosie is saying here. What he's saying is that D Wade loves D. You know what I'm saying? And now, this is not now, let me say this, right? Because what you guys have to understand is that his son wasn't just born gay. You know what I'm saying? He was around something that was going on in that house that he's seeing that's causing him to take that passive route. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to understand, when children are growing up, their parents are their examples. You know what I'm saying? So if that type of stuff is not going on in the house, where would his son be picking that stuff up from? You know, where is he getting that from? So if we take what Boosie's saying, now he's an entertainer. He got more knowledge and he got more access to more information on this type of stuff than we do. So if he's saying that, then it's obviously that he knows something that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that's being spoke of in the entertainment business where they know what's going on. You know, now listen what he says right here. He says, I hope you don't think blacks look at y'all like a power couple. They don't. And I got to agree with Boosie on what he's saying right here, because this is accurate. We're not looking at no D Wade and no Gabrielle. They don't represent us, man. They are a black eye to the Israelite community. We got to call that stuff out and forget what anybody talking about, because the Father has already spoken. And this is the problem here in this nation with all this old softball and all this old passive. Oh, well, if they want to, nah, ain't no if nothing. You know what I'm saying? He says, I had refused to talk about y'all in interviews, and here you go. Go bang him with that dildo and wait on the script, you little white girl. So, I mean, hey, now from from what Boosie's saying, there's some freaky stuff that's going on in their bedroom. You know what I mean? Just to put it, and this is not hard to imagine that this is going on, because if you guys go back, there's an interview that Gabrielle Union did on I believe it was Shade 4-5 with Sway, I believe. And she was speaking about some of the stuff that she indulges in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And if and I'm trying to be PG-13 as much as possible, but if you into the stuff, y'all go watch that interview, when she's talking about the stuff that she's into, that she likes to do in the bedroom. But if she's into that type of stuff, then you can only imagine that if D Wade is allowing her to perform the things on him that she said that she likes to do to men, then it's not hard to believe that something like this is going on, and this is the stuff that goes on in Hollywood. They're into this type of stuff, you see. And so, it's my thoughts that his son grew up in an environment where this type of stuff is going on, and there's no telling what's going on, in this household. Because if I'm not mistaken, and I stand to be corrected, and this is alleged, if I'm not mistaken, I believe D Wade said something about him liking to wear dresses, and he used to put on, the cross-dressing and stuff. And as I taught you in the last message, even cross-dressing is an abomination, which is spoken of in the book of Deuteronomy, where the Father says it's an abomination for a man to put on women's clothes. So was he running around the house with, in dresses and skirts and dressed up like, is this what his son is seeing on the back end, which caused him to go that way? We don't know. But at any rate, y'all know I've been critical of Boosie on this channel, but I'm standing behind Boosie on this, because this is totally accurate, and we need more alpha males to stand up and condemn this, because we know that these are abominable acts. Forget what anybody is saying behind the scenes, and, we're going to counsel you and counsel you. If you got to listen, let me explain something to you. If you worried about being canceled out here, this tells you that our people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing with their money. Because once you make a bankroll, you're supposed to invest your bankroll and do certain things with your money. If they want to cancel you, I mean, so what? Cancel me. You know what I'm saying? It's no different. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than if it's just like, a lot of people lead again. I'm gonna close this up with this. People lead a game and try to find other ways to make money and stuff like that. But you got to understand, when you're in the streets and you hustling, you ain't got to worry about. Now, don't get me wrong. There's different elements you have to worry about, but you don't have to worry about being canceled in that sense where, you're not, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if people are worried about being canceled, this tells you that people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing with their money, because you need to be moving your money around and doing certain things, and not just be a sitting duck where, this is why you ever notice, like, I'm going to just speak for myself and probably a lot of people that comes from the hood. A lot of us don't keep money in the bank account, like me, I keep enough money in the account to pay the bills. But what's the point of keeping your money in there? Anytime you can put as much money you want to put in there, but when you go and want to make large deposits, unless you're like a celebrity or something, they got to verify this. And what do it matter what I need to spend my money on? You just here to hold my money. Why you need to know what I'm spending my money on and what I'm going to do? It's none of your business. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Boosie stepped on this, and y'all need to go on out here and check Gabrielle Union, because she's out of pocket. Anybody that don't like what I'm saying, you tell them to go to Leviticus 20, verse 13 and read it and weep. I love y'all. Shalom.